Hi guys! So I wanted to do the stay-at-home mom tag. I originally saw this tag on the vlog Mama Approved, and I thought that they were really good questions, and like she said, it's a great way to kind of get to know the person that's vlogging, and really just a little bit of insight kind of like into our world, basically. So I'm going to answer some questions. So I have the questions here. I just printed them out. And so there's general questions, there's stay-at-home mom questions, and there's work-at-home mom questions. So I'm going to answer all three sets just because I kind of do it all. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So for those of you that are new to my vlog or new to my channel, my name is Addie, and I am a stay-at-home mom, and I just do family vlogs and hauls and all kinds of other stuff, basically growing into my role as a wife, as a mom, and just as a better person. So thus the name Growing with the Greens. So let's get started. So the first question is the general questions. The first question is, are you a stay-at-home mom or a working-at-home mom? And right now, currently, I am a stay-at-home mom. Before I got pregnant, I was a stay-at-home and work-at-home mom. But since I've been pregnant, I've just been a stay-at-home mom at this point. I will be a work-at-home mom again after I have the baby, like a while after I have the baby, but most of what I do, I've always done from home anyways, so I'm kind of both. I'm just on a maternity leave right now. Why did you choose to stay at home? I have been a stay-at-home mom, honestly, for a really long time, and it kind of just happened. Like, when I had my first daughter, I was young, and I worked 2 jobs. She was always at home. Luckily, I had family that was able to step in and help watch her for me while I worked and while her dad worked. But I would come home, and whenever something would happen or she would hurt herself or whatever, she would always run to my dad or she would run to my sister. And I couldn't blame her. They were who she was with all day while I was gone working 2 jobs, but I can't say that it didn't like hurt my feelings a little bit that like my baby doesn't even choose to come to me first, and I'm her mom. But she was little. She was 1.5, maybe 1.5, like almost 2 years old. But I had to work at that time. And then when I got pregnant with my second daughter, MaKayla, that was when I stopped working. I was so sick with that pregnancy, like I couldn't even function through a day of work. I stopped working, and that was really the last time that I worked a actual job outside of the home that wasn't based around my own business. So, at that point, I just knew, like, there's no way if I can make money working from home and being with my kids, there's no way that I'm not going to go that route. And especially, their father and I split up and I was by myself. So it was either me figuring out a way to make an income that would support us and do it from home, or I was going to have to be at 2 jobs and they were always going to have to be at daycare, and that wasn't an option for me. How old are your children? So my children are 11, 7, how old is Preston? Oh my goodness, 16 months. And I have a baby on the way that is due in July. Are you a part of any mom or play groups? And the answer to that question is no. I'm not a part of any mom groups, and my kids aren't really a part of any play groups. Do you have it all together every day? Yeah, because I'm perfect. No, absolutely not. If there is a mom out there that has it all together every day, girl, please find my channel, find me, call me, inbox me, message me, comment on this video, and please tell me your secret and let me know how you do it and how you stay sane, because no, but I do not have it all together every day, and I'm not sure that any mom has it all together every day. Life with kids is like up and down, up and down. So, you know, it's very unpredictable. So the answer to that question is no. So these are the stay-at-home mom questions. Do you have a daily routine or do you go with the flow? I have both. So I have my routine as far as the way that we get up every morning for school, getting the kids breakfast, getting them off to school, getting the kitchen cleaned up, getting the living room cleaned up, and taking care of my room. After that part of my morning routine is done, the middle of my day is very kind of just go with the flow. I'm home with a toddler. Excuse me. I'm home with a toddler. He's 16 months old. So really, I mean, it really is go with the flow. His naps are usually around the same time every day, but other than the nap time, everything else is completely just a go with the flow. And then when I pick my older kids up from school, which they go to an after school program, so they don't get home until about 5 o'clock, and then when I pick them up at 5, then I kind of flow into my evening routine, and from there, while the kids are kind of all over the place, my evening is a bit more structured until they've gone to sleep. So there is a routine, and then it's also go with the flow. How long do you plan to stay at home? As long as I can. I'm getting ready to have another baby in July, so I mean, I'm in this for the long haul, you guys. I probably will definitely be a stay-at-home mom until my baby that's born gets to school, gets to kindergarten. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to do some of the stuff that I do to help bring in an income outside of that, but as far as maybe actually going out and getting a job, I don't know if I can. I've worked for myself now, and I've had my own business, and I've done my own little side hustles, if you will, for the last like 7 years almost. So I'm not sure that I even want to try to go outside of the home. Luckily for me, the stuff that I do, I can do from home or very small hours outside of the home. But I plan to be here at least until all of my kids are in school and my days are completely my days. Do you keep up with the housework or share? I don't share housework. My 2 older girls help out with some things. They are responsible for their room. They are responsible for trying to keep their bathroom tidy. And my oldest is responsible for dishes 3 days a week and putting the dishes away daily that are clean. So once I wash them and sit them up on the counter to dry, it's her responsibility to put any dishes away that are left on the counter. But other than like those very minor things, all the other housework is mine. My husband works really hard and he works long hours, so I don't expect him to come in and do any housework. I'm here all day, and that is a part of what I feel is a part of my job in maintaining my home. So pretty much I do most of the housework. Do you do anything on the side for extra money? So currently, no. Just because, again, like I'm pregnant right now, so I haven't been working. But when I was not pregnant, yes, I am a sensual movement instructor and a sensuality coach. So I have a home studio and I teach sensual movement and dance to adults, so to adult women. So I teach sensual movement, sensual fitness, pole dance, and like a flow-yo, or what would be considered like a very fluid sensual yoga kind of class. So that helps bring in an income, as well as I've recently started with some event planning work, and I've done a couple of weddings as well as a few parties for some people. What do you love about being a stay-at-home mom? So I love the fact that I can be here with my kids. I can watch them grow up. I can be here for them as they grow up. And I'm here and I'm available and I'm present and in the moment to help them. I know when I was working, when my oldest daughter was a baby, you come home and like you're tired, you know? And not to say that even being at home you're not tired at the end of the day, but I think it's a little bit harder when you have to go outside of the home and you've worked all day, you've dealt with people all day, or whatever it is that you do, and then it's like you come home and it's almost like you have to spread yourself so wide that I think it just makes it a little bit more difficult. So I love the fact that I'm able to be here. I did not miss my son's first steps. You know, I didn't miss his first words. He comes to me when he's hurt. He comes to me when something is wrong or when he needs something, and that makes me feel good. Like I feel like I'm playing a major role in how they turn out and in their development and in their growth, and in the when I get compliments and people tell me, "Oh, your kids are so smart," or they're so this, or they're so polite, or I know that is because I instilled all of those things into them, not someone else. And so that is what makes me happy, and that gives me like great pleasure. What do you hate about being a stay-at-home mom? I don't really hate anything about being a stay-at-home mom, but I think that sometimes what I dislike is that I don't get a whole lot of communication with other adults. And I think that most stay-at-home moms can kind of vouch for that, is just that when we're home all day with kids. I'm home all day with a toddler. It's like sometimes I can't wait until my older kids get home, just because at least they can tell me about their day and we can talk about other stuff. A lot of my other friends are at work, so it's not like I sit on the phone all day or anything. So just kind of missing that interaction with other adults, and you build friendships at work and you build your work relationships, and so being at home all the time, I don't have that. So that's probably the only downfall about it, is sometimes I feel like stuck and trapped. But I mean, I don't hate it, it is what it is. Alrighty, and so my little guy is up. So let's see, the next question: did you always know you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom? And the answer to that question, honestly, is yes. And so I think that my friends used to kind of like laugh at me when I would say like, I don't mind and I just want to be a housewife. And I'm not sure what it is, but something in me is just a little old-fashioned and a little, I don't know, like I think I just have an old soul. Like I don't mind it whatsoever. I think that, way back when women used to be at home and our role was to tend to our home and raise our babies and, take care of our men who were out working all day, working hard for us and for the family. So yes, I kind of have always maybe wanted to be a wife and stay at home and take care of my house and raise my kids. So yeah. What does your partner do for work? So my husband is in sales, and he really can sell anything, but he does HVAC and energy efficiency and solar and windows and all of that good stuff. When do you shower, morning or night? So, night. And showering at night is the only way that I'm going to get in a good shower without being interrupted. I get up every morning at 6:15 to get the kids off to school, and some nights I don't go to bed until 11:30, 12 o'clock. And especially being pregnant, oh my gosh, like I feel like I have insomnia some nights. So the only time and I like to take long showers, so the only time I'm really going to get a good shower is if I take a shower at night. Let's see. Do you put makeup on every day? No. And if you watch any of my vlogs, you'll see that most of the time I probably look like a hot mess. But no, I don't put makeup on every day. If I know I have to go somewhere important, I'll put on makeup. Obviously, if I'm going out, I'll put on makeup. If I just have to run to the store or something for the day, I usually will put on my eyebrows and some mascara. But most days, no, my face is very, very plain. Do you style your hair every day? No. I actually just blow dried my hair out the other day, and I had it in some French braids last night, so probably might look somewhat done today, but no, usually it's in like an afro puff little ponytail or a bun, and that is like my everyday go-to quick and easy hairstyle. Do you work out and when? So I was walking my kids to school. Their school's about a half a mile from where we live, and so I would walk them to school and back, and then I would walk to pick them up and back. But since it's been kind of cold, I haven't been walking. I've been driving them to school, but I do try to get in exercise. As a dance instructor, of course, I would exercise during class times when I was teaching, but I have to get more regular about my exercise regimen. I love to do yoga at home. That's probably one of my favorite go-to exercises. What is your cleaning schedule like? So I have a morning routine that always basically involves taking care of my room. I take care of the bathroom before I leave the room. The kitchen always is the first thing to get done after I leave my room, and then the living room and the dining room. That is daily. So every single day I take care of those things, make sure that they're done. And then other than that, I just have kind of like a weekly cleaning schedule where on Saturday mornings I do like a little bit more of an intense cleanup. Do you ever have alone time with your significant other? Yes. Not a lot, but yes. So he works pretty long hours. He works in Los Angeles, which is about 65 miles from where we live. So hi. So a lot of time, like usually that would take like a little more than an hour on like a Sunday morning, but LA traffic is probably the worst traffic in the whole United States. So sometimes he can be on the freeway for like 3 hours just trying to get home. So he does get home pretty late most nights. We try to make Sunday a Sunday fun day where either we can all do something together as a family, or sometimes it's like, you know, let's take the kids to their grandparents and let's just us go and do something. And so we will do that on Sundays too. Do you ever have me time? Well, sometimes. I get me time sometimes. I've been so busy since I've gotten pregnant, like doing a lot of stuff inside of my house, that I haven't really had a very strict self-care regimen, and I usually try to, but even if that just means like taking my showers at night, where I can spend, 15 minutes in a hot shower and then get out and actually have time to put on my favorite lotion and put on my favorite scent before I go to bed and put on a nice pair of pajamas. Like, stuff like that is small me time to me. So I don't get a lot of it, but that's only because I don't make the time for it. When I make time for me time, I get my me time.